as a preference to the next topic, people. Now, look, if you've got children in the room, anybody younger than 18 years of age, you may want to send them on to the room somewhere else for the next 10 to 15 minutes because it's going to get a little raunchy. I'm throwing that out there. So as a precursor to what we are going to talk about, I saw this little article. I'm going to read this off my phone.
Okay.
So there is a lady, okay, St. Louis, Missouri, school teacher, okay? You mean it's a commendable job, school teacher. She got fired. All right, Chris, this school teacher, she's working hard. She got fired. Unfortunately, it was because of her second job, which was found out she had an OnlyFans page. Okay?
Right.
So, first of all, whoever was on there is an absolute rat. Okay, let's just get that out there. I mean, who's snitching on this woman? Unbelievable. Unless it was, I mean, I don't even think you can get on there if you're a student. Not that I would know. I've never been on OnlyFans. I don't know. I just heard. I heard through the grapevine.
Okay.
But the lady got fired. Her statement was this. Now, this is where her story goes off the rails for me. Yeah, I was only doing it to supplement my income. That would sound fine if the next statement out of her mouth wasn't, yeah, I was making $1 million a year to supplement her $42,000 a year school teacher salary. I'm like, and now I don't feel bad for you anymore. You know, before I thought maybe she's making a little bit of scratch, pay off some student loans, whatever the case may be. No, CC, $1 million.
Yeah, but is she more commendable because with $1 million, she still chose to teach the kids. So she may have a true passion for being a school teacher, and we know that we don't make that easy here in this country. So she had to go out and supplement it. I don't see anything wrong except the person who told on her, because that means you were in two places you shouldn't be, more than likely, right?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, this woman is teaching our children. And if she is saying literally out loud to other people, I'm supplementing $42,000 a year with my $1 million salary, that would be a problem in itself. Since when are you supplementing that income? And this is a woman that's teaching kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to count anybody else's money. You know, you don't, whatever's in their pocket is in their pocket. The lady made $1,042,000 last year. Hats off to her. Hope she put some of it away. Or now she can go full time. She can go live during the day now. So, you know,
I just, here's my next part that I don't understand. She says, you know what? Going to a 9-to-5 job, you know, it's been not being able to do that anymore. It's been really hard on my mental health, you know, not waking up every morning and going to work, you know, and I'm sitting on this $1 million, but I can't go to work anymore. And then that's really been hurting my mental health. You know, it's bad enough that the woman is supplementing 42 grand with $1 million. Now it's a mental health thing. What are we doing, people? What's going on here?
You know what COVID did to a lot of people. They weren't going to their jobs. They didn't get out of their sweatpants. She needed a routine. She probably has a 6:30 cup of coffee and a 7:15 school bell. She needed that routine. So, you know, I don't hate, I don't hate anything she says. We're going to find a way to tear people down. And absolutely, Susie again on this one. Would we rather her only been making $5 grand extra? We question how hard she was only fanning. You know, like there must not be anything to see there. But now that she's making $1 million, I know that everybody's running out of this chat to go try to download OnlyFans to see what in the world they're missing.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I don't think me or you have a problem with her doing it. I just have the lie that she's telling about how she's supplementing her income. Come on now. Let's just be real. Just say what it was for. Hey, I was out there doing my thing. I made a ton of cash. I got no more student loans. And I go, and somebody's daddy, because it was somebody's daddy or the school counselor, somebody like that saw her on there, probably gave her $1,000 to get nasty, and then all of a sudden ratted her out because their wife found it. They got on their search engines and found he was searching and found the old school teacher on there.
Or one of her friends that said, hey, I kind of want to get into it, you know, dabbled on a weekend and made $25, and now the hate comes out, right? Now, one of her other teacher friends who's trying to make ends meet, barely getting to work. She's like, "How do you do it? How do you have, new shoes and purses all the time?" Well, OnlyFans. Let me get like you, and then hey. So
I understand.
hates are gonna hate. But let's speaking of that kind of topic, I think it's time to pull the Band-Aid off.
Yep, absolutely. So, Pornhub banned in Texas. Let me backtrack. It wasn't banned in Texas. The state legislator put in and passed a law that basically is forcing sites like Pornhub and some of their affiliates to not be available in Texas. To my surprise, because again, I'm a guy. Look, when we talked about doing this topic, I put in serious research. Like I went and I studied. I put in hours and hours just religiously digging in deep to find out exactly what was going on this site. And, for the years that I have visited this, again, it's all for research. It's nothing but research. And for some reason, they cut it off. I don't like it. I don't know why, but I'm done. I'm a little upset. That they cut off. And it's only in Texas, Chris. It's only in Texas. It's not anywhere else. It's only in Texas.
Yeah. So, they blocked all Texas IP addresses from accessing Pornhub and all its subsidiaries, which is obviously the largest internet porn provider. What I thought was super interesting is the largest spike in Texas-specific website searches was VPNs, which is a way to get around having a Texas IP address. So I don't know what they thought they were blocking, but I'm going to take a pretty unpopular stance here, and I'm going to side against Pornhub because all they asked for was reasonable age verification, and Pornhub and a lot of others then sued and said it was some sort of suppression of freedom of speech,
correct,
and all that kind of stuff, and then they lost that. But it violates the 1968 obscene materials sale to minors, and all they're asking is a reasonable age verification. Now, we all know you can go on any website and say, click, I'm 18, but they want to, have you scan an ID and all this kind of stuff. Now, I don't understand why, again, the attorney general, everybody's so interested in what goes on in your bedroom. But I do think that there's got to be some sort of, measures to prevent this. But let me tell you why I'm anti-Pornhub on this one. Is they went from this stance, just like you didn't like the lady saying she was supplementing her income. Pornhub said, that it won't protect the children. It'll just reduce content creators' ability to share their artistic message. Now, okay, come on. You can say it's ineffective. You can say it costs too much money, but don't sit here and try to tell me that your content creators are artistic. I've been on there, and yes, for every one video there is of art, there is 100,000 that I wouldn't consider artistic at all. Not that I've watched 100,000 videos this year because it's only March, but what I'm trying to say is, you're the world's largest smut provider. Stop with the artistic message. Just put some protection in there that you do believe works. Okay.
Look, my thing, and I 1000% agree with you. Just say what it is. Look, if you got to scan an ID to be able to get on a site, you got to scan an ID to be able to get on a site. If you're willing to let your search history, because isn't it the old thing is that, hey, you want to block, first of all, you can always go incognito. Not that I would know, but I mean, I've done that just for research purposes. I've had to go incognito, but let's just say you skip that. It's kind of like your mom always wanting you to have clean underwear, when you get into a car wreck. So in case you do, you got on clean underwear. That's the same thing. You don't want people searching your search history. If you're embarrassed by it, then don't go there. But I'm guessing that people that are going there, again, the people that are going there, not me, but the people that do that, they're not worried about their search history. So go ahead and scan the ID. It's not that big a deal. Again, the artistic integrity, give me a break. The only artistic integrity is just some booty shaking. That's the only artistic integrity that I care about.
Yeah, I got it. I got to chime in on two things there, Brian. I have a tough time going from talking about Pornhub to you referencing your mom and clean underwear. Those two, things are just. I don't like to
Jesus
shift
Lord.
topics like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay where we were. I don't bring anybody's mom into that conversation at all. But I do want, if we could bring up the comment from DJ that says he lost his favorite list. There probably need to be some damages paid because there are some saved searches, to go to that go-to material. And then there may be some restitution owed by the Attorney General of Texas. He's not the only one out there. But let me let me also tell you something else. If you can go and get your ID, at this moment, first of all, let's just call it what it is. If we could all go get our wallet at that moment, half of us wouldn't be here, right? Sometimes it's an impulsive decision. So, does it save my information? Because what if I've only got so much time? I was just saying it's Sunday. Formula One race quite isn't on yet. You got 14, 15 minutes at my age. That's how long it takes to get warmed up. Who knows? So, I don't know. And I don't want it saving my info because every now and then the Freaky Friday search might go down the rabbit hole. So, I think there's nobody out there that's not, not in support of some sort of, reasonable age verification. But
Correct.
I think we got to figure out what that looks like and not invite any more oversight into our shenanigans as it is.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. We've got a comment here from our friend Mallory. Even Cornhub channel was taken down. I've got questions.
Yes.
I've got a lot of questions on Cornhub, Chris. I don't know, Miss Mallory. We love you. Thank you for coming in. But if you're going to Cornhub, I'm going to say this, and I feel confident saying this. You might have a problem. And you got to call somebody. Now, I don't know who to call, but if you're going to Cornhub, and first of all, on Cornhub, if it's that and it's got to be taken down, I mean, it probably should be taken down. Damn it! Let's just be real. If Cornhub's out there and it had to be taken down, it should have been taken down.
Well, for the less experienced out here, Brian, I want to let you know that Cornhub is not people making love to vegetables. Okay, it's just another of the subsidiaries of channels that get you to to some searches. So and it's ones that's not blocked by your Google search at work because the word corn is in it. So, but yeah, it's definitely not what you think. There's not a lady saying it in a field in Kansas just going to Pound Town. Just so you're good.
Well, I mean, either way, I'm upset. I'm upset by that. Again, I had questions. I got questions. Right. But my question is, how do you know? How do you know what it is?
I'm on here for the relevant topical information that's non-sports related. And so where you said you did a bunch of research, I happen to have kind of already been on this topic for a lot of my life. Even dating back to the dial-up days when you had to wait,
Oh, wow. Those are bad. Those are hard times back in those days. Those were hard times.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, those were bad times, boy. The dial-up days, unbelievable. Yeah. But yeah, I think everybody is in agreement that there's got to be some sort of age verification, and being upset by that just means, I mean, in my personal opinion, then I think you're an asshole. I'll just say that. You don't think there needs to be some sort of age verification? Right. Give me a break. I mean, it is what it is. So.
Yeah, let's move on. I think that one of the before we move on, I think one of the biggest things is when they come out with these things, you realize how much web traffic these sites are actually responsible for.
Correct.
And so it is flat out incredible. That 80% of the web traffic during non-business hours is pornographic. So state of Texas is in trouble. That's why I'm going to bounce up to the border here at Choctaw Casino and see if I can just. Get on a little cellular signal here in a second.
I was going to say, I've heard they're doing Airbnbs right on the other side of the border,
Absolutely.
45 minutes from the house. We can always drive up there. You don't even have just get a little Airbnb. Here's the thing. I 1000% believe that there would be people that actually do that. I can't get my porn. I got to drive up to Oklahoma and stay the weekend and come back with Popeye forearms. Unbelievable.
For every truck driver I see watching TV while they're driving, you know that they're going to be really upset when they cross over that border. You got to have it
just shuts
downloaded.
off.
Got to have it on the hard drive before then. Jeez. Okay, I'm ready to move on, big dog.